Welcome back to the channel. Gary here with you. We have the final part of the project, the Glory Days of Drag Racing group build, hosted by Joe over at the Big Sky Model Works and Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella. So we been moving kind of at snail's pace, really. We've had a lot of life stuff get kind of in the way, and I think I mentioned it in the last video that we're just had a new roof put on the house, and oh my goodness, that was an ordeal. And now we're getting ready to tear down 300 and haul off, the contractor will, 370 feet of privacy fence, and we're going to put up brand new fence around the back third of the yard. Our property is about 1.3 acres, so the back part is the larger, and so we're going to replace the existing fence that's probably a third of the backyard. So we're doing that, and going to get a new, tear the existing pool deck down and put a new pool deck. So all that's been into planning, and been dealing with contractors and getting bids and estimates, and you know how it goes. So at any rate, getting off track, we got everything ready to go. And if you give me a second, I'll be back in a second for you, but it'll take me a few minutes to get everything set up and on the table, and see you in a minute. And there it is. A completed project, completed diorama. Had a lot of fun with this. It turned out pretty much like I wanted. Let's go over it real quick. It is, the display case is in 6 pieces. Base, 2 end panels, 2 front and back panels, and top piece, acrylic panels. They're assembled with hooks and slots. Went together pretty well. It was a little bit tricky to get those all mated up, especially as you started with the 2 end panels, and they had hooks on the front and the back for the front and back panels to hook into. And what I did was I worked from the front. So I put the 2 end panels in, put the back panel in. Once you started doing from the working the back into the end panels, that was a little bit tricky to get everything lined up. And where the slots on the bottom of the panels go into, or the tabs rather, where the tabs go into the slots in the base, they fit extremely tight. Really tight, and which is a good thing for the structure of the case, not so much for the guy putting the thing together and having to work to get the stuff in. So I had to work I closed it in and worked except for the front, and worked from the front, assembled everything. The bottom, or the surface of the track is toolbox liner. It's real thin, like 1/16 of an inch probably, and it had a little bit of a sheen. It had a little texture to it, so I kind of liked that. But it was a little glossy, so I sprayed it with some flat black primer. I tried some of the AK Interactive asphalt, liquid asphalt, that comes in. Let me swing around here and show you. Hey, you're not going to be able to see it. There we go. And I didn't like the way it turned out. Color-wise, it looked good. It was real gritty, and it turned out real powdery towards the end. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. We did it on some foam. That's the backstop there behind the display case is some foam board with it spread on there, and it didn't do well with the foam board. I shouldn't have used that anyway, but it was gritty, and I just didn't like it. Now it would have been fine for like, uh, a World War II diorama or something, for roadway and probably racetrack, like circle track, F1 track, something like that. It would have probably been fine, but I just didn't like it for, a drag racetrack. I didn't want it to be staged, arranged perfectly. I didn't want the cars side by side. I didn't want both cars to have the same amount of smoke. My wife asked me, well, why is there more smoke in one car than the other? Well, if I did it on purpose, because the Mongoose, the Duster on the back side, has come further up away from, they pull through at that time it was called a bleach box, where they poured down water, bleach mix, and they hit the throttle and then got their burnout. And he's come through, and he's almost past the Christmas tree, and so he has less smoke going on now than the Snake, who's just getting started, yada yada yada. So we used fiber fill for the smoke. Wasn't crazy about doing that, but cotton is just hard to get it to look right. It doesn't want to stand up at all. I tried, spraying it with hairspray once I got it puffed up the way I wanted it, but it just kept wanting to lay back down and sit down, and I didn't like it. The fiber fill really pulls out. Now I had to go through all around the outside of each smoke ball, if you will, and take scissors and trim off the excess, because those little fibers, you can see them still. Over time, those little fibers want to pop out. If you get real close, you can really tell it, but from back here, it doesn't look quite as much like, not like smoke as it does up close. But I like it, and the way it's arranged, it looks kind of like the part, so I'm kind of pleased with it. The track official and the Christmas tree come from the Mongoose, Tom McEwee Mongoose Top Fuel Dragster kit. The Christmas tree has to be put together, painted, and all that. And I'm fixing to take you up on a if you don't get sick on me here. And we'll kind of take an aerial. I don't want to get too much off to one side, because I'm going to pick up my lights. So we're going to go top side here and kind of get you a look at it, kind of how it looks. You'll have to pardon the glare and the reflections off of everything, and my kind of not so clean work surface there. But and you'll see that difference in the volumes of smoke and what have you, and get you a good shot of the Christmas tree there. And we'll go around to the pardon all the shaking and jiggling and all that. Kind of get you a front look at it there. Like I said, it's not perfect by any shape of the imagination, but I think it looked. Of course, my airbrush is going to be in the way there, and my light there. But you kind of get the. Man, that light's right in the way. I tell you what, let me. All right, guys. Sorry about that. My battery on my tablet took a dump, so I think we'll just let it go at that. You got the gist of it. Had a good time building this, like I said, and I think for what I wanted it to be, it turned out really good. Cars look good. That'll be a really nice piece for the shelf. As I said, Tiffany and Joe, I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope you like it. Thank you guys for hosting, and I hope you continue to do this on a yearly or however often you want to do it, I would definitely try to get in on this every time you do it. And so I guess that's pretty much it. I enjoyed it. You guys have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll be putting out a video here next day or so on my entry for the box stock group build. And so for now, I guess that'll be it. Take care of one another. Don't take any crap from anyone. I'll see you.